Okay, so to create a session in Logic where you are working with the GRM tools to create granular effects, you can set up a signal here in, I'll turn this off and start over. So I have a basic sound here in my track. It's actually an alchemy patch, which is a software instrument, and I covered that in a different video. And so if I want to add that to an effect, I go down here to the audio effect region down here and select it. And if I want to find the GRM tools, that's down here in the INA GRM submenu, way down here. And I'm going to try shuffling first. And shuffling basically is a granulizer. So wherever I move this in the position of this square, it changes the position of these little shufflers. And you can hear it sort of exciting the texture of this synth. If I slow it down, it has a different kind of... I can change different parameters by sliding these little lines around. So these are quite fun, and if you're interested in just placing a plug-in on a sound, that's fine. If you want to record the output of what's happening in this track, you can do that by using a bus. And a bus is an internal audio routing system inside of a program like this. So these are all buses that are being used to send. So you can always send a new bus. So let's go to, notice how many there are here. So I'm going to just choose bus 12. Doesn't really matter. That's coming out of this track. And notice I have a little volume dial. I have to turn that up to 0 in order for this to work. So my volume dial on my bus has to be turned up. And then whatever audio track I create to record that sound has to be listening to the same bus. So I'm going to go to bus 12. That's what I basically set up here. So this is going to bus 12. If I want this to listen to bus 12, I have to turn it up over here. Hit the record enable button on both tracks. And notice that the sound from this track is going to go into the sound in this track. So I can record. Oops. So I can record the audio out from one track as I mess with some of the parameters. So it's recording my performance both in MIDI and audio at the same time. So in this way I can record the output from a plugin into another track. And that again is through the bus system. So now I have audio here, which I can then further process or change in the DAW. So there's lots of other plugins that allow us to change the sound. Some of these are down here in GRM. The freeze or Doppler are pretty interesting. The Doppler one, some simulates a proximity. And if I can get this to go, amplitude. Simulates a Doppler effect. Some of these other ones, you just have to explore all these plugins and see what they do. But I recommend sort of experimenting with some of these and getting some fun sounds.